Yo, got a real interesting one here today. So this kind of setup, but I'm going to try to explain it the best I can. So, typical ex-council, they got flow and return coming in from probably the basement. They probably got either wood-fired or gas-fired boilers. And it's got like a restriction valve here. That's like, your lock shield. And then they've got another setup here. Now what's happening, you got a flow and return at the top. They come in, you got A for hot water, and then B for heating. So they've got some jiggery pokery where if you want heating, it comes down across and then into these two valves, which then goes into micro bore. I think these are about 10 or 12 mil. Yeah. So that's micro bore, and that feeds all the radiators. So I definitely know it's ex-council because they love doing that for a little while because it was cheaper. But the hot water side is what's more interesting. So what they got hot water coming in from the mid-position valve, which is A, and that now goes into a plate. So the plate is hot. So, excuse me. So what it is, they got a flow coming in underneath, and then that comes all the way across to the other side and goes back as a return back to the central boiler. Now, what they've also done, they've got a cold feed here, this one here, going into a reducer valve here, or isolation, whatever, and then it comes into the tank straight away, right? So that feed fills up the tank. But they also teed off and ran a cold water feed here before the plate. So what's happening here is that the cold water at the bottom just fills the tank, right? And then they got another cold water feed, which then links to a hot water pump. That's why it's gold, gold or brass. And then that comes up and then joins the hot out from the tank. So this is all controlled. The mid-position valve is all controlled from this cylinder stack, which we all know. However, this one doesn't necessarily have a coil. So what it is, it's got, when it's ready, the hot water, when it's hot from the plate, because this is how I'm touching it, obviously I ain't got my infrared camera. When it's hot from the plate, it comes up and then down into the tank, because the pump is kind of forcing it in. So that water being forced in is creating a inefficient kind of coil. So the hot water's being pushed in and heating all the water in the tank. And then when you're ready, as you open and tap, say this tap here, water then comes up through here and down to where you need to go. So it's kind of like having a coil but without a coil, and you're just using water pressure to heat it up. I don't know how you call this system, but this is really intelligent considering what they've done here.